我講中文嗰陣，好多人會好驚喜。哦，點解你個鬼妹識講中文啊？ I'm only about 1/4 Chinese, but I know that I really don't look Chinese. I look like 100% Kwai Moi. So when I go to do interviews, if it has to be in Cantonese, I have to do a bit of work before to make sure that I know the correct vocabulary. But I think because I make a lot of errors, people are often amused or find it a little bit interesting that there's like a Kwai Moi speaking Cantonese to them. It sets me apart from other people, and perhaps they understand that here's somebody outside of the culture that wants to know more about it. Hello, Papa. My name is Lindsay Varty. I'm a writer and author in Hong Kong. I write books about Hong Kong culture, Hong Kong history, and any book that kind of celebrates Hong Kong and Hong Kong culture in different ways. My upbringing is slightly confusing. I'm what's called a third culture kid. My father is British. My mom is Macanese, originally from Macau, but my mom's lived in Hong Kong for her whole life, and 5 generations of her family have lived here. And my father moved to Hong Kong when he was 6. I was born in England, but just for a very short period of my life. And basically Hong Kong is the only home that I've ever really known. My mum in particular wanted me to get to know Hong Kong culture. She didn't want me to really live in like an expat bubble. She wanted me to really experience Hong Kong and get to know what she described as the real Hong Kong, right? Authentic Hong Kong, not just the pretty tourist bubble or anything like that. So as a young girl, she would take my brother and I to wet markets to buy all of our food for the weekend, where we had to select like which fish, which cut of meat, learn all the names of the vegetables, and she would make us do all of the shopping there. We would have to talk to just regular people in Hong Kong and understand Cantonese and understand the culture of how things worked. As I grew up, I noticed more and more of the stalls that we used to go to, the markets we used to go to, the Dai Pai Dong we used to go to, I noticed them disappearing. So it was really then that I wanted to try to document the people that ran those stalls and their stories before it was too late. Because I feel like so often we talk about history in a way that's like, oh, that's so sad that it's gone. I wish I'd learned more about it when it was here. I wish I'd seen it. I wish I'd, talked to this person before they passed away or disappeared. So I didn't want to wait for these things to disappear. I wanted to really capture those moments and those stories whilst we still had the chance in Hong Kong. It's a weird thing to talk to strangers in Hong Kong. And again, I think that's where me not being Hong Kong Chinese totally almost came in as an advantage, because they could accept, okay, this random Kwai Moi wants to ask me some questions, right? Maybe that was a way of getting, talking to these people. For everybody that I did interview, I bought something small from their stall, or I tried their service. So whether it meant that I got a bamboo steamer made or a bamboo bird cage made, or I got my shoes shined, or I got my hair cut by a Shanghainese barber, I tried everything. And I think that earned some respect from the people, the craftsmen and women running these stalls. I also would explain to them as much as I could why I was writing this, because I believed not that they were, the dying trades of Hong Kong. This is a very negative way of looking at it. I wanted to show them in a really positive light. I would tell them like, 我覺得你好代表香港嘅文化嘅嘢. So I would really try to express that I saw them in a positive light, and I wanted to capture their stories, to sort of share their stories with other people. Most of the people I interviewed were in their 80s, some of them in their 90s, and I would ask them, why do you keep working? You can stop, your children can support you, you can rest, right? But everyone I interviewed said that they didn't want to do that because they wanted to contribute to society, and they wanted to have a reason to get up in the morning and a place to go and a community to belong to within their work environment. For me, it was a very strong Hong Kong value to be useful, to be contributing something to society, and to feel like you have a place to belong. I always say you only protect what you love, and you only love what you understand. So in my exploration of Hong Kong and the research that I've done, I found a greater understanding and therefore a greater love for Hong Kong. So I just wanted to share that with other people, whether they're Hong Kongers or tourists, whoever you may be. If you're living in Hong Kong or staying in Hong Kong for any time, just to share those stories of Hong Kong. I hope that people will learn more about it and find ways to appreciate the city, and therefore find ways to pay more respect to it and protect the culture in some ways.